Hi, my name is Ingrid Hernandez. I will be doing my final speech demonstration, and I'll be discussing the topic of dance and how dance enhances your body's strength, stamina, and mind. Jumping into the topic of how dance enhances your body's strength, dance is not only about movement, but it also it focuses your engagement in your body's muscles. Therefore, it trains your muscles for muscle toning. Muscle toning is focused on three main parts of the body: the core, the arms, and the legs. Not only are those three body parts important for a dancer, but they are also important for an average human who may not take dancing as vigorous as other people do. However, people still continue to train these areas, whether they consciously or subconsciously do, because they move around those parts a lot. Movement, whether it's small and confined or vigorous and sharp, it's still a type of movement. And movement is a form of sweating because it allows like your body to focus too much in the energy that you release. Therefore, when you release energy, you sweat a lot. And that is also a form of weight management, because not only are you toning your muscles because you're focusing your energy in the all of the body, like all of the muscles around your body, even including the fingertips. You got to be able to engage all of those muscles. You're also releasing your energy, which in conclusion releases sweat, and it causes you to lose weight. So those are two good functions that benefit you from dancing to strengthen your body's strength. Continuing off of the engaging and the focus of the power and energy that you put in for your dances and your movements, that also enhances your body's stamina. How does that enhance your body's stamina? Well, when you do movements, as I have previously said, doesn't matter how big or small. It could be movements such as standing or sitting, walking, even waving, or grabbing something, or pulling and pushing. Those small movements, you are still putting in a force and an effort and the energy and intensity to make those actions. Therefore, it doesn't matter how small those actions may be, you are elevating your heart rate. Elevating your heart rate by these movements can be actually beneficial. Now, imagine that you do dance, for example, maybe not as professionally, but you put on a music in your living room and you start moving around, you jump up and down, you move side to side, you bob your head, you even sing along. That elevates your heart rate. That helps you enhance the stamina by being able to control that heart rate. Now imagine you do that for 1 hour each day. You dance in your living room with music that you like for 1 hour each day. And then you introduce jogging in the mornings, but you continue to dance every hour or 1 hour every day, right? Then when you start jogging, you will still elevate your heart rate, obviously, because you're moving, right? However, it won't affect you as much because you have already been training your heart rate to be able to recognize those levels of movements. So your body is not going to be surprised and say, whoa, this is a lot happening. No, your body is going to react differently and say, I'm used to this. That's training your stamina. Not only does your heart rate gets trained, but your oxygen utilization gets enhanced as well, because you being able, when you dance or when you jog, you control your breath. And as you control your breath, then you are able to control your stamina as well, including your heart rate. Moving on to how dance benefits and enhances your body's mind, it is a form of expression. As many do know that dance is a form of expression, whether it's thoughts, emotions, or a moment in time that you want to capture. These expressions are unlimited. There's not a specific one that has to be right, and there's nothing wrong because you are expressive. And it's also a form of therapy, which allows you to talk about how you feel without verbally explaining how you feel, because you do it through movement. And a lot of people personally I find it very therapeutic because I am not as expressive as I wish I could be. But when I do movement, it doesn't matter if I'm doing choreography as a solo artist or with a duet, as a duet or a trio or in a group, it's still a form of expressing myself because I give my own quality in my own movements. It doesn't matter if I have to do the same movement as 10 other dancers, I still put my own element to it, which I find really gracious because it allows me to express myself. So not only is it expressive, but it can also help with your coordination, your muscle memory, spatial awareness, and your flexibility as well. And these are all qualities that the average human, like the person who doesn't even do dance as a profession or even as a hobby, they also use these qualities. Coordination with oneself, even with other people around their lives. Flexibility, you never know when you have to be flexible, you know? These things can actually improve your body's strength as well. Flexibility, including spatial awareness. That's a good quality to have. And muscle memory, it helps enhances, it works your mind. Therefore, it helps not only your short-term memory, but also your long-term memory and your muscle memory. So it works 3 different kinds of memory trains in your head, in your mind, in your brain. So now that I have discussed and explained the different ways that dance can help improve your body's strength, stamina, and mind, I would like to invite you to do some kind of movement or a dance. Doesn't matter if it's something small or big. And I would like you to show how you can express yourself and how that can help you in your everyday life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.